Chivalry is dead. Modern women killed it.
This video isn't going to have a punchline. I'll tell you that right off the bat. Because I am basically just making it to stop crying. Because usually when I start trying to make a video, I stop crying. And I've been crying all day because I got sat on a plane next to a couple, and the whole time the guy had his hand on like his girlfriend's leg, you know, and it was just kind of like that the whole time. And I like, I've been single my whole life. I'm 25, and I've never gotten to experience that. I've never gotten like close to that. It's just too much. Like, it's too much. I can't do it anymore. There are some people out there who they're not interested in a relationship and they want to be by themselves. But like, that's not me, and that's never been me. I have always wanted to be in a relationship, even though I've never been in one. And even though I'm comfortable by myself and I can do things alone, but like at a certain point, it gets like really sad doing things alone. Like, I've traveled alone to so many places because like, if I don't go by myself, I'm not gonna go. If I don't do things by myself, it's not gonna happen. But at the same time, like, it's so much fun to be able to like share that with someone else. And like, everyone I know is in a relationship right now, and like, the majority of them have been in relationships for like a long time. Like, this is established, and I feel like I've always been alone, and I don't want to be, and I don't understand why this is happening to me. And I don't know, I like can't take it anymore. And clearly this didn't work because I'm still crying, and I just wasted like 2 minutes of your time, and I'm sorry. And I hope you're having a better weekend than I am. So.
With the exception of men who still hold the door for women, every part of chivalry is now dead, and feminism is to be blamed. It is common sense. If women do not want to act like ladies, why should the man retain his conservative role and be a gentleman? It doesn't make any sense. If women love chivalrous men, don't men love submissive women? Yes, of course we do. A woman cannot expect to be equal and still have chivalry. There's a saying. It goes like this: in order to gain something, you got to lose something. In the world of feminism, women have traded their chivalry for equality. That's why if a woman is resisting arrest from the police, they will not go easy on her just because she's a woman. They will treat her like a man. Chivalry is sexist because it treats women as if they are disabled or a handicapped gender who are unable to do things without a man's support. And it was the same chivalrous code that prevented them from making decisions in the past about whether women should have an abortion so they can focus on career rather than raising a family. Men protected women in the past because women were submissive. Look at the 1900s and see how women dressed and behaved. Those were real women. Obviously, in this modern era, most women are not ladies. In lieu, they have become bitches and Karens, which is why men are not obliged to protect women anymore. Feminism, abortion, homosexuality, androgyny and the like are just an excuse for guys, at least the majority of us, to not put women on a pedestal. Police officers are not in the wrong if they use excessive force on female suspects who are resisting arrest. If you can't act like ladies, don't expect to be treated like one. This is common sense.
Maybe this is too niche, maybe it's not. I don't think it is. But it's a beautiful day outside today. It's literally 70 degrees. It should not be 70 degrees in February where I live, but that's another video. But it's beautiful outside today, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna eat my lunch, I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna sit before my next class, it's gonna be good. I get outside, and I look around, and I realize I am quite literally the only person sitting by myself. It just made me so sad to the point where I got up, and I literally went inside, and I felt like I couldn't enjoy the stunning day that it was today because I was like, I'm so fucking sick of doing stuff by myself. And I don't really feel lonely except in instances like this, and I think this is why my anxiety and my depression actually like is worse during the summer, because I find that during the summer, for whatever reason, I'm always like by myself. I have friends Don't get me wrong, my friends are incredible. I love my friends, they're like my sisters, but they have lives, and I feel like I don't. Anytime you see me out, 90% of the time, I am by myself. I go to the store by myself. I walk to class by myself. I sit by myself. Like, I'm always alone. And it never bothers me really until it slaps me in the face that, like, oh shit, everyone else is with somebody, be it platonically, romantically, whatever, and I'm by myself. Like, sitting outside today, like, that was like a perfect encapsulation of like my entire life. Like, everyone was sitting with someone and I was literally the only person sitting alone. And in that moment, it just made me so fucking depressed. Like, it made me so sad. And I've had the same friend since high school, and obviously we were in high school, like, we saw each other every day, and I texted my friends and I was like, you guys, I miss seeing you guys every day so bad. And every time a beautiful day comes around, I'm like, I wish I had someone to like go on a walk with. I wish I had like friends that I saw more often. I wish I had a boyfriend so fucking bad, you guys. I don't know, but it made me really upset, and I literally got up and I went inside because I was like, this is so fucking embarrassing.
Chivalry is dead, has been buried, periodically dug up to be killed again to make sure it stays dead. Chivalry is the system of pretending to respect women while viewing them as utterly horrible human beings. A man is expected to face danger, so a woman doesn't have to. A man is expected to provide for a woman at his expense, and a woman is expected to be okay taking advantage of this. Under this system, the man is required to be brave and kind and hard-working and tough, while a woman is expected to be cowardly and selfish and lazy and fragile. Respect for women is no substitute for respecting her as a person. Even the uncontroversial "never hit a woman" is based on the idea of women being so volatile, so cruel, so impulsive, so prone to violence, and being so reckless and unable to consider their own safety, that it's considered more reasonable to ask a man to endure a beating without defending himself than it is to expect a woman not to assault someone bigger and stronger than her. Women will never be seen as equals when such allowances are made for them. Second-wave feminism attacked chivalry back in the 1970s, often citing that it treated women like they were helpless. You have to remember that back then, women's lib was all about women becoming more like men. Soon, when men opened the doors and other chivalrous acts, the ladies called them sexist pigs. By the 2010s, most young men have learned that chivalry isn't all it's cracked up to be, while women started to realize that they miss chivalry and wanted it back. More to the point, where is your self-respect, ladies? Women killed chivalry. Plus, chivalry is a privilege, not a right. Chivalry is not for strong, mighty, independent women who want to be the same as men. Chivalry was meant for the weak and the helpless, who needed a little extra boost in their daily life to make things easier for them. Chivalry should be pretty much limited to handicapped people and the very elderly. If I look and see a hot, young, pretty, blonde-haired thing about to cross an ice-covered street with an 80-year-old woman who needs a cane to help her walk standing nearby, I'd be the one to run over to help the old woman out instead. That old woman reminds me of my grandmother. The hot blonde is an entitled feminist who thinks that her titties and her face are her tickets to instant help everywhere, and she would expect it from any man, unless she's also the one who cries rape at every man who so much as looks at her cross-eyed. If you want chivalry from men, you have to earn it. You weren't entitled to it just because you were born with different chromosomes, just because you are a woman, so I'm supposed to put myself out for you? Take. What are you giving me? You just expect the service of men because you are female. Get in line like everybody else. Stand on your own 2 feet, and then I might respect you. Women now must have more to offer than their looks. Men are no longer fooled, and many men refuse to be used for free meals anymore. Women did this to society. Women have almost all the power in relationships. The only power men have is what they choose to pay for. Women have historically abused their power to get free food and gifts in exchange for nothing except their pretty faces. That part of history is over now. Men owe women nothing. Picking out a pretty outfit and getting your hair done is not a contribution to a relationship. Sorry, no. Women have gone from being assets to being liabilities. When a man chooses a woman, he is taking on debt. Many men no longer want to get married. Marriage for a woman brings her a family, a home, and a future. But for a man, for many men at least, Marriage has cost them their family and home when she simply decided she didn't like him anymore and took half when she left with the kids. Many men have lost their future to greedy and bored women. If dating is really about discovering if that person is your future life partner, then some of those first dates should be at home, so that the woman can see how the man lives and the man can see how the woman lives. Is he responsible? Does he clean his bathroom? Is there food in the fridge? Does he take care of his pets? Important questions about a man. Does she clean her bathroom? Can she cook? Does she maintain a stable home environment? Does she take care of her pets? Does she take care of her children? Important questions about a woman. I'm sorry, but you don't get to have a traditional man who does all the man stuff if you are not a traditional woman who does all the woman stuff. And today, dating has devolved into nothing except free food for a pretty girl, and everything is expected to be provided by the man. She doesn't have to invest anything except an hour or two out of her day, and you whine that it's too much to expect from you? That's actually part of the problem. Please remember, while you complain about the hour you spent trying to look good, he has to decide to spend what might have taken him a day or more to earn at work, trying to impress you. Many men no longer see the value in traditional dating because he is the only one really paying for it. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.